sweeping out here, I noticed kind of early on that I really enjoy the quiet of this property. I don't know if you can hear it right now, but it's very quiet out here. And I literally was on my way to the store to get a blower to take care of all these leaves with all the trees that we have around us. It's become kind of a task to keep all the leaves in check. They get a little bit slippery, otherwise I would just leave them when you're coming up and down the stairs. But I didn't want to disturb the noise. I didn't want to disturb the peacefulness, the quietness of everything. So I just decided to get a broom, and literally it only takes me about 3 to 5 minutes to sweep up everything anyway, and I just sweep it right all into the grass, actually kind of where you guys are right here. So I get to protect the peace, slow down a little bit, and enjoy my time out here in the quiet. Probably not as perfect as a job as a blower would do. Probably be a little bit more thorough, but I think it's worth it. I've been enjoying it actually. But check in again in another few weeks after I have to do this every day and let me know if I'm still enjoying it. I'll let you know if I'm still enjoying it. I will say it does have me thinking about maybe what are some other things that I could use these leaves for. Seems like kind of a waste, but I guess, you know, I'm not burning them or just throwing them in the trash or anything. At least they're going back out into the soil so they can decompose. And I think I read online at one point that the leaves kind of act like a little home or shelter or insulation or something for the critters and whatnot, for little insects and stuff. So I don't know. Either I'm just being lazy or I'm making a whole lot of condos right now. I was thinking about getting like a push broom to kind of do it all up, but I don't like this motion as much. That motion always has reminded me of like actual work, you know? Like, I remember the last time I had a push broom style job, it was, well, in my work, it was because of a job. I had actually just cut off these fingers, a couple of these fingers, working construction right out of high school. And I wasn't able to do the construction kind of job. So my boss was really nice and gave me a whole bunch of odd jobs, like the mowing the lawn, everything on the riding lawn mower, and then doing a whole bunch of this sweeping with a push broom until my hand was able to heal up and then I could work normally. But anyway, I kind of like this motion of the sweeping a little better. Makes me think more of like caretaking rather than working. I feel like I'm a caretaker of this property, I think, yeah. We're doing a little bit of outdoor work today, which is a little bit uncommon for us.
Very unusual.
But we wanted to deadhead our mums to see if we could get any more blooms out of them. Let me show you what we're working on right here. This is what Erika has going on. So deadheading, and she was actually asking me as well, so you actually kind of take the bloom, I'll kind of point it out first. So you take the bloom, so this is where it was, and then you follow it down to a leaf. So like there's technically a leaf right up here, but I would follow it down back to a bigger one and then give it a little trim like so. So that's kind of where you're kind of going back down.
This is a lot of work.
Yeah.
This is why I keep plants indoors.
Yeah, it is a lot of work. We'll see how it goes. But I still have the stairs that I need to sweep. I got most of this done over here. So now I just need to do the stairs.
Is this bucket for my deadheads?
Yeah, it's for your little deadheads.
Okay.
It's funny, every morning we've been watching animals and critters come up and try to eat something off this mom. I'm not really sure what they're so
Yeah.
excited about, but that squirrel comes up.
Yeah.
And then the roadrunner is always right here as well.
That's true. I wonder if it has like morning dew on it that they're, you know?
Maybe. I've scared both of them away very recently, but...
That
so I'm gonna-
roadrunner is so cute though.
He is really cute. I'm going to set you guys up right here.
Okay, my pruning heart does not want to go to the first leaf. It wants to go all the way down, but then it would be very bald.
Yeah.
You know,
It
I
might
love
be
me a
a-
good prune.
You do like a good prune, and I know this one is kind of a bad example. You guys are like, there's no saving this thing. But a lot of our mums, as we get up a little bit higher, we definitely have
Maybe
some
I should
nice
start on those.
blooms going on. I just didn't want you to have to go up and down the stairs and whatnot, so.
Yeah.
And I figured this one's like the presenting mum. Like when you come down,
Yeah.
that's like right there, and it looks the worst.
So let's try to get it to
Yeah.
not be embarrassing. The
I'm just
last thing
gonna
we want is someone coming over knowing that we're plant people, because most of our friends, like, they know that we're plant people, but they don't really differentiate between indoor and outdoor, you know? And so
True,
I don't want...
yeah. So then they're like, you guys don't know what you're doing. What the
Yeah.
hell? I've been to their house, you guys.
Yeah, they don't know what they're talking about over there. But talk to me about what we specialize in, and
Come
we'll have
inside.
a conversation.
I'll show you. I know what I'm doing.
Yes. Hey,
That
so
sounds
you
bad.
probably haven't seen it yet, but I put it on stories about our shipping crew,
Yeah.
because I just think that is wild.
I know. They had 1%
No.
failure rate.
You wish 1%.
I mean, a 1.
They out of like 1,600 boxes that we shipped in the month of October, they had one error. And it wasn't, who knows, right? This was, I don't even know for sure if this was their fault, but what was written on the report was that this lady's plant showed up like too wet and it never recovered from that.
Too wet and it never recovered.
Yeah, because, you know, we have to make
Okay.
sure that plants are dried out to a certain amount, depending on the plant. You know, it's shipping plants. We were really stupid when we decided to do that. It's been a big
Yeah.
learning curve, but obviously, somehow we put together the best shipping team.
They're
this
doing
side
a
of
really
the
good
nut
job.
house.
You know, there's a couple things I think that have helped us too. Well, not only, I think we've got a really great crew over there. They're like super cohesive.
Yeah,
They get along with each other.
that's nice.
They're smart, you know.
Yeah.
But also, something that's helped us be successful is the heat packs, like the extreme cold packs. The
Extreme weather.
Extreme weather. It's kind of opposite. I always think of like,
I know.
you know, you're protecting against the heat, so you want like a heat pack, like the extreme heat, but no, it's the opposite. You want the cold pack for the heat pack for the cold. Obviously, it makes sense, but
Your brain takes a second.
but my brain always,
Yeah.
it always does. I make that mistake 100% of the time.
100%.
It's like the default.
Well, good thing we're not judging your error rate.
Yeah, true. I have a high error rate.
He has a 100% error rate on speaking. You actually do.
100%.
You do transpose. Like, you'll just say the wrong word and keep talking, and like
I do.
your brain knows what you mean. But I always feel bad because, and even on the vlog, I don't want people to think I'm like correcting you, you know. But I'm just like, let's be clear. Otherwise, we'll have a million.
No,
questions.
you do it too. I do it a lot. So I'm glad that it's not really a correction, because I do this all the time where
You're just in go mode.
I don't know what's wrong with my brain. It's like,
My brain today.
it's like I talk about the same information so frequently.
This is going to
because
bloom more, by the way. I can see them.
You
Sorry.
can see them starting to come up. Hey, that's why we're deadheading, baby. Making room for the light to
Jeez,
get in
I'll
there
be
and
here
all
till
that.
next year.
How much do you love those mums?
I mean,
But so my brain will be like, okay, so because what we talk about it every single day. We
It's
talk
very
about the
repetitive.
same subjects over
Yeah.
and over and over again. And so it's very common, like when I start talking about orchid care or Hoya care or cactus care, it's like I'm thinking about two things at once.
Yeah.
And I misspeak on one of them. So I'll be talking about, you know, how to water your Hoya, but I'm saying how to water your orchid while I'm handling a Hoya.
yes.
That was, I think, the most recent example I could think of where you had to correct
I'm
me.
like, babe, you did it like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
It's just because we're in, of course, you know the difference between a Hoya and an orchid, right? No.
Well, yeah.
Well, you do, but like not everybody watching.
Well,
So-
that and a lot of people, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't want to go leading people astray. So,
Right.
you know, it's a good thing that you...
If I catch it, sometimes I
Interrupt.
don't even catch it because,
I see what you mean, though. I just think, like, you know, anybody who's watching these videos, they probably know us already from, like, our live sales or whatever. Mm-hmm. And so they know that we have to correct each other a lot. Mm-hmm. But that's probably not accurate. Probably a lot of people that watch this don't watch us anywhere else and don't know the type of relationship we have.
yeah, I don't ever want to come across, especially being so much older than Tanner, I never want to come across like I'm
Oh, mothering me?
yes,
Yeah,
no.
we already-
Because if anybody is a parent around here, it's you to be.
Yeah. And it's one of the weird comments that we get from
Yeah.
time to time. Like,
If somebody wants to insult us, they always go to that.
oh,
as
they
if-
always go straight to the age.
Yeah.
Straight to the age, as if it's something to be insulted about.
All right. Tanner's over here going, what are you talking about? I bagged an older, successful woman. Like, come on. And
To
I'm over
be-
here going, what do you mean? Look at this guy. He's a real catch.
Well, to be clear, I have never said I bagged you. Okay? You're not a piece of meat. I can't.
You're
I'm not
very
gonna say that.
respectful. You're
No,
right.
no, but yeah, I think everybody should go date a little bit older.
I really wish Maya, our oldest daughter, would try that. And I think she finally has figured out that boys her age are not the business. You know?
Yeah, Maya's kind of advanced that way. Anyway, Maya is our oldest daughter.
She's 21.
She's 21.
Can you believe that?
Yeah, living in the college town, doing the whole experience and whatnot, and disappointed with all of the
Local
vaping,
fare.
vaping, video game obsessed
Yeah.
boys. I'd say they're probably boys. They haven't graduated to being men yet. Okay.
They're still on the immature side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you prioritize video games over your relationships and
Especially
your
spending
work,
time with her. She's a catch.
she's such a catch. Yeah. Then I'd say you're probably still a boy. You haven't quite figured out priorities yet.
Yeah. I can't tell you how much my girls have suffered due to the video game
Yeah.
addicted boys out there. It's just, it's a different world now. You know, I can't imagine being in that world.
Well, don't get me wrong. Like,
Ooh, look how satisfying it looks to see those stairs.
so nice and clean.
Okay, now look how satisfying it looks to see this 1 centimeter that's been
It just looks like you're an eighth of the way done.
You wish.
That's why I picked the sweeping, and I gave you the TD.
I see.
Yours won't look good for another 2 hours, and this thing costs us like $20. Let's just go get another one. No, but I was gonna say, don't get me wrong. Like anybody who's watching this that like I grew up with or knows me really well, they're like, dude, what are you talking about? You used to play video games. Like I do. I enjoy video games as well.
Nothing like in excess.
But like
though.
nothing takes priority over anything else. And like right now, the only video game I really play, if you can call it that, is chess online.
You are committed to it though.
I am committed to it, but it's not like I sit there in front of the screen and do it for hours. It's like, you know, I'll play a game that takes me like 9 or 10 minutes and then I'm done. And then maybe I'll make a move or two with like, because I play this
Oh
kind
yeah,
of,
baby. Bust a move.
I kind of, I play a type of chess where it's like you have, you know, like 3 days to make one single move.
Oh gosh, that
and
would
then your
drive me
opponent
crazy.
also has three days. They don't usually take that long, but just to, I guess, help you understand how little time is really put into it compared to like these kids that we're talking about who, you know, yeah, Maya, if you want to hang out, you got to come over and, you know, watch me play video
Or you know what
games for
she
the next
said
3 hours.
one time? She goes, if we're on FaceTime and he's playing video games trying to have me on FaceTime at the same time, it's a no.
That is so crazy
Can
because
you
it's like, what are you
imagine?
trying to do? Are you trying to have like,
You're trying to show the person you're interested in that I'm already not interested
by having you
in
on FaceTime while you're talking to other
No.
people on a false reality
Use your
game?
brain. No, that's not going to work.
Well, you have to imagine like, I won't speak for all of them. I know there's money to be made and careers to be made in video games, and there are lots of positives to it and there are lots of negatives to it as well. But like, come on.
I know.
We're talking about real life here.
Yeah.
Most people aren't going to get rich or even make a livable wage off video games.
Right. But they do make that on chess, don't they?
Well, no, not really. Even the pros don't make very much money.
I actually encourage you sometimes to play video games.
Oh yeah, it's great when you have like, if your brain is like going off.
Yeah, it's a good way to kind of shut things down.
Yeah, that's why I like to play it. I think that's a good argument for the video games as well, but you're not winding down for 3-4 hours a night.
Yeah.
No.
Also, I just think that you don't have a lot of friends. So like, I like to see you have that little bit of social time and like razz other guys playing, or, it's funny to me.
I don't razz anybody.
Like sometimes you'll be like, babe, watch this. And you'll be like, dude, what are we doing here? Or, you'll talk smack to them a little bit. I think that's funny.
I think when I played...
what a troll.
When I played the Call of Duty on my phone, I would do that. But when I'm playing chess, I don't ever
No, not with chess.
I
but
always
like
imagine...
with actual video games.
Oh, yeah,
I don't consider chess a video game.
No. I'll put in a couple of razzings on there. On the old video games. Yeah, that's half the... Well, I wouldn't say it's half the
Remember,
fun,
you were playing with, must have been like Latin guys at one point, and you're like, what is he saying? What is he saying?
Oh, yes, they were talking Spanish, but you could tell...
that they were being aggressive?
Yeah, they were being pretty
And you started
upset
saying,
about stuff.
pinche perro.
Excuse me. Okay, you told me to say that.
Well, they were saying it to you.
Oh, they were saying it. Yeah, they were on my
Yes.
team. That's right. They were, upset about the dogs. So now, yeah, I do say that. Even when there aren't any dogs.
That's funny. It looks
Yeah.
so much better. Who knew?
Doesn't it?
Is this the Texas equivalent of removing the snow from the driveway?
Yeah, it's kind of like removing the snow, I guess. Yeah.
It's not even that cold out. I'm totally overdressed. I just am always so anxious to wear any warm clothes because we don't get to.
I know. We just kind of suffer through it, I think, a lot of the times because, we love our winter wardrobe so much.
Mm-hmm. My favorite brand is almost all warm clothes.
Yeah. And so the first opportunity, boy, if it's even like considerable, if it's below like 70 degrees, we're like, better break out the jackets, better break out the jeans and the scarves.
I think it's 72 today. It was 72. I think it's lower than that now. And it's a little cooler for us down here because if you can see, we're like full shade down here. This is like...
Yeah, we've got a lot of trees around us.
A little bit cooler down here. This is kind of fun. I could picture myself doing this like with a cup of coffee and...
It's just fun to kind of come out and you kind of lose yourself in it for a minute. But yeah, a little fun fact. If you guys see a Texan wearing a jacket and it's not like noticeably cold out.
And sandals?
Yeah, it's not that we think that it's cold out. We're just desperately trying to wear our winter wardrobes.
I'm so tired of all the summer clothes by now,
Yeah, we're plumb wore out and it's time to go into the next season. Let's check out our handiwork. We'll see if we can get some more blooms out of these. What do you guys think? Now, by the way, personally, I don't know anything about mums other than you need to water them very frequently.
Hey, we kept them looking good for a good amount of time this year.
We did keep them looking nice. Like this one's still looking okay. We've got a bunch to deadhead down here as well, obviously.
The problem with these down here, too, babe, is that they're in full shade all the time.
True,
Whereas the ones at the top of the stairs, those are in full sun for a good part of the day.
Yeah, you can notice that when you're coming down. Like this mum is great. This is getting like a full sun scenario, right? And I guess that must have something to do with how nice the flowers are staying on.
And the color.
And the color. And you go down to the next one and the same sort of thing. We've got some to deadhead. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. They're mixed in there. We got some deadheading to do. But yeah, the farther you go down into the shade. And again, maybe you know something about mums because we don't really know anything about mums, but
mums are not our specialty.
They seem to be not doing as well the farther down you go.
And the shadier it is.
And the shadier we get.
Hey, I got some good news back on my knee problems.
Yeah, give us a little update. That's a great idea.
This is my favorite kind of doctor appointment. Hi, there's nothing wrong with you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate
Thank you. The fact that I couldn't walk 2 days ago says different. But apparently it's just kind of normal wear and tear, and it's not arthritis, it's not a meniscus problem, it's not anything but what's considered to be normal at 47 years old.
I will say I was pretty happy to hear that it's not arthritis.
Me too.
Because when you got the call, they were like, well, surgery isn't going to be required, but...
They just said, we don't need to refer you to a surgeon. So I started Googling, right? Dr. Google came out.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, it has to be this. I have all of these symptoms, except for the fact that you can spot arthritis on an x-ray, and they had already done x-rays.
She would have said something
She
if it
would
was
have
like,
noticed it.
obviously,
Yeah.
arthritis. So...
Basically, keep doing Pilates. Nothing was said about diet, which Western medicine, I'm not that surprised.
She did say inflammation, so we know that the typical Western diet is pretty inflammatory.
Yeah.
I mean, we've always known that, so, But yeah, I'm just glad it's not something that, like, yeah, you're just going to have to live with this.
Yeah.
You know what else I thought was interesting, though, and was really encouraging? Was she was really excited about us doing Pilates.
I know.
Like how much we do.
Because we'll go 4 or 5 days a week.
Yeah, let me help you with this bush. I don't know why I'm just standing here. I can help you with...
She was saying,
can help you with this
wow,
bush.
you really get to go that often? And I felt kind of proud of us for a minute, because as business owners, for 3 years, we put ourselves last. And
True.
weren't doing any kind of exercise, no cooking at home. Like, we were just in survival mode while we built.
Yeah, and the thing that I like about that too is, well, she said, well, I can recommend you to a physical therapist. You can do some physical therapy exercises, or
Keep going to Pilates.
or you can just keep going to Pilates, because it's basically the same thing. And we're like, oh, well, that's a great testimonial from a doctor talking about...
She's a bone doctor, a
orthopedic
joint
surgeon.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see all these blooms that you're talking about. That's pretty exciting to
I
see.
know. You couldn't see them before.
No, you can see them much better now. I wonder if we should...
You need to keep it better with the watering, I bet. Because we've just kind of been like, well, let the rain handle.
The rain has been handling it. That's the thing.
Not
But
down
yeah,
here,
I do
though.
need to... Well, you can see the leaves aren't wilted yet. So that's how you know,
Yeah.
it's okay.
Yeah, yeah.
But you're right. I do need to keep up with the watering.
It was an everyday thing when we were still in the heat of
Yes, I was
summer.
having to water every day.
Oh, man.
And but then we got a ton of rain here.
And it's supposed to rain again this week.
Is it? Yeah.
Or
Fall
next
is a
week,
very
maybe.
rainy season for us. So
Yeah.
I got a little break on here. The pain of it all is, I'm telling you what, when they can figure out wireless hoseless hoses, that will be the thing, because I swear to you,
That's
it's
always
such
an
a
issue.
pain.
I
yeah.
know.
Well, to get, we've got a little critter wanting to visit
Maybe
us.
we can figure out a way to have a hose up there somehow. Like, we can get a plumber out here to do some of that, or...
Well, I don't want to feel like a baby, but I'm just saying that, like...
Well, no, but I mean, even like if we ever wanted to do a vegetable garden, it's too shady down here for that.
Yeah, it's way too shady for a vegetable garden down here.
So if we wanted to do like a nice garden, we would have to have a water supply up there. And I've been watching this guy on YouTube.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, and he just is redoing this stone house
Okay,
in the
you're making fun of
Italian
me.
mountains. And I'm forced to watch it every night
Yeah.
and dream about Italy.
What's funny is I started watching that guy like over a year ago, probably closer to 2 years ago. And
And he still has only made that much progress.
only because I think it was about a year and a half ago, my friend Joel, Joel,
Oh,
he
yeah.
recommended
Oh,
it to
yeah.
me.
I was there when he did that. That's funny.
Yeah.
When he told you about it.
Yeah. So then I've been watching. I forgot all about it for a long time. And then yesterday for my birthday, you're like, what do you want to watch, baby? And for some reason, that guy he was on my mind. Like, man, I wonder whatever came of that really cool stone project. It's this guy, for those of you who aren't familiar with who I'm talking about, he has a pretty big channel. I mean, it's like 700,000 or 800,000 followers.
On YouTube, that's
On
a
YouTube,
huge
subscribers,
following.
yeah. But I don't know what his job is or like what he's does.
Yeah, I
but
need more information. I had a lot of questions.
He got this little old stone
Very old.
cabin hut in like the Alps of Italy, and he's redoing it. And when I'm saying redoing it, I'm talking about this thing had standing stone walls
Uh-huh.
and a stone roof. I didn't know that stone roofs are even a thing.
That sounds heavy.
And a stone roof, and that was it. Like, it's dirt floor, no plumbing, no electricity, no
And he's built
nothing.
this whole thing up.
It's basically four
Talking work, buddy.
4 stone walls and a stone roof, and a stone roof, and that's it. Anyway, he's redoing it, and his camera work, like his cinematography,
It's amazing.
is ridiculous.
Now that I know a little bit, I'm not even going to claim to know a lot about it, but I know a little bit about
you
what
see
it
the
takes
little effort that I do to
to get the
things set up,
shots. Yeah.
and mine aren't even good. That guy has to be incredibly skilled because
He has somebody out there with him. He has to.
I don't think so. I think he's doing it. Well, you see some of the guests that he's,
He
I
has
mean,
helpers
the people that come
come.
out, but I think that's him. I think it's all him that you're seeing. As far as
Really?
but then he's like skilled at like baking and cooking and then like carpentry and masonry. I'm like,
And
dude,
who knows how many languages, guys?
this is like the jack of all trades. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's from Amsterdam or the Netherlands.
It's interesting.
Anyway, really interesting, yeah.
It's not like I want to watch it every night before bed, but it is interesting. Just keep me updated.
I'll keep you updated. That's really all I've watched. I know he does like a weekly thing, but I've only watched the 1 year update where it's like a 3-hour long
Well,
highlight.
we finally sprung for YouTube Premium.
Yeah.
So it's like a whole new watching experience.
Talk about the business.
If you don't have to pause for I think YouTube has like the weirdest videos. I mean, the weirdest commercials. I don't like their commercials. They'll be like really religious and strange sometimes, and I'll
I'm
get
like-
sucked into it. And I'm watching them. Then all of a sudden, I'm like, "What am I doing?
Why am I watching this?
Yeah.
I'm like, who do you think I am?
You
your
got the
algorithms-
algorithm wrong on
Your
this
algorithms
one.
are supposed to be good. Oh, almost cut off a good bloom there.
Ooh,
It's much faster if you just cut them, and then I can sweep them up afterward, huh?
oh really?
I mean, right?
I was over here trying to be compliant using this bucket you got me. It is way faster if you just cut them though.
Just cut them, yeah. We could have been done with this whole staircase by
Live and learn. See, that's what we're teaching the people today. Is
just pick them up afterward.
yeah,
Or do them, better yet, do them as they come, and then you don't have one big project like that.
yeah. What
We,
dummies?
We really got ourselves into a pickle because we not only waited till they were all bloomed out, but we also have how many of them? 1, 2, 3,
8.
4. We have 8 of them.
They were cute when they were just starting to bloom, and
They're not looking very cute anymore.
We didn't have
I
to
tell
do
you
much.
what, okay? No, but they're looking much better. I mean, this is looking much better just as it is.
have you seen
right now.
the ladies on TikTok that like spray paint their mums some Christmas color?
Oh God.
So
I
that
cannot get on board with
They
that.
could still have them throughout the season, even though they're fried crispy.
What about the people who, and I have no animosity, I'm not saying this, but I'm saying, what about the people who are like trying to promote fake plants because
Oh,
it has
gosh.
the same look and feel
It does
without the
not.
maintenance?
I'm here to tell
I'm
you.
telling you what, I can walk into a room with a fake plant in there and automatically
Tanner throws
know,
it.
I do not throw it. But I can automatically, you can tell the difference.
Oh,
You're-
immediately.
Like you can tell the difference
Immediate.
immediately between a plant that is real and a plant that is fake. Not
Well,
necessarily just by how it looks, because there's some good fakes these days.
There's a restaurant here that we enjoy.
It's how it feels.
It's okay. I mean, it's good. It's not like somewhere that like we have family come in from out of town and we're like, let's go there.
You got to go here before
know?
you leave. Yeah.
But they really cheaped out with the decor, and one of the walls they tried to do a plant wall, but they don't know anything about scale or decor, and so it's just like very sparse little plants, and that's what I'm afraid of with our plant wall.
Oh yeah.
Because
well, ours have to
ours
kinda
will grow
into it.
in, but these are fake plants that they've
They
used.
won't.
And it looks terrible.
What about when
It's like they just, I'm sure it was very expensive to open, and like no shade on them. Like, I understand. We're trying to just open the doors so we can start paying the bills, you know?
Yeah, I get it.
I get it. We had to do that too. Our reasoning was a little different. We opened our store during the pandemic and there just wasn't a lot of help available.
Yeah, weren't a lot of options.
Yeah, which I still regret not naming the shop what I really wanted to name it, but I thought it was kind of in bad taste at the time because it was during COVID and people were dying and we didn't know how serious it was going to be, but I really wanted to name it Plantdemic. Every time I say that, I'm like, ding it.
We really thought about it. We were sitting there.
But we didn't think it would be in good taste.
Yeah, we were like, how is this going to age? Like, when it's 2024,
yeah.
you know, are we still, people are going to be like, Plantdemic?
But
like,
it has
what are
like
you
a
talking
double
about?
meaning. First of all, open during COVID, but second of all, plants can kind of become a problem and an obsession in a lot of people's lives. Like, oh, I got to have all of them, you know? So
Yeah.
it becomes a plantdemic.
Yeah, it's a Plantdemic.
But yeah, there's no plant shop called that yet. So
I just didn't feel like it would
if
age
you open
well.
a plant shop and you call it that,
I know.
our address is 102 West Broadway.
Send us the royalties. Yeah, it's true. I was the one that kind of vetoed that one. But I still feel like it wouldn't have aged well, although very clever.
I do like our brand though.
Very clever.
It's
Yeah,
very
me
it's
too.
meaningful to us, and that's what's important. Because I feel like as we're coming into like this year 5 of owning the store, can you believe that? Mm-hmm. That now is our time. We've been in survival mode. We've been, you know, testing things out, trying to see if what we think that people are going to like is actually what they like. I feel like we have our finger on the pulse now for that. And now it's time to make Famous in Oregon more of an extension of Tanner and Erika Mitchell.
I know what you're talking about. Like,
I want it to be more personal to us.
I think I know what you're talking about. Like, it seemed like we were throwing darts at the map for so long.
Well, because we just didn't know.
Well, we don't know anything about business or anything. We're just in here winging it. We're like, hey, man, we like plants. You want any?
I made a video.
We'll ship them to you. I made a video about it. I promise they're easy to take care of. You know, they're a lot of fun.
We had a learning curve. We had to put all the people in place that we needed to be successful, and I feel like we're in a good place now. So now it's time to really tailor and tighten it up.
Really take off and thrive.
Yeah.
I agree.
And then, you know, I go back and forth with the struggle with the name of the shop being Famous in Oregon and then Tanner the Planter being a separate thing.
Hey, we were told that was a smart thing.
I do think it's a smart thing, but like,
I don't know if it is or not.
I changed the Google listing and I feel like that has helped because.
Oh, you're talking about because, yeah.
Because so how many people in our area follow Tanner the Planter and they have no idea that you have a plant shop?
Oh, I guarantee. Maybe not because if this is on YouTube. If this is on the other platforms, the short form platforms,
Yes.
just the fact that it says Prosper, every time
Yes.
that I wear something
What?
or you wear something that says
You're
Prosper,
in
Texas.
Prosper? My
I've been-
aunt lives there.
I've been following you for 5 years and I had no idea you were right down. You're 20 minutes from me. I'm
Yep.
coming tomorrow. Literally, you guys, this is not even an exaggeration. Every single time we
There's
post
no
a
way
video.
you're able to deadhead with precision that way.
I just started hacking.
I thought we were going to the one leaf.
No, I'm
Who
telling
changed
you.
the rules and didn't tell me?
I was going to, but you were talking so nicely on here. I was just going to tell you that I've resorted to just hacking away because otherwise this would take forever. Although, I will say, I am steering clear of any of the new buds. If I see a new bud,
Well, thank you.
I do
This plant
steer away of that.
appreciates that.
But other than that, yeah, I'm kind of being a hack job over here. Honestly, they look better green than they do with the dead flowers on
True.
them. So this is kind of like our hedge.
Watch out. Move that hand.
Yeah, you almost got my pinky there. The dangers of couples pruning.
Yes.
Better be careful one of these days when we're like old. You're going to be upset with me and you're just going to clip a little pinky there.
Whoops. Sorry, Tanner.
You're going to look at me like that. Sorry, Tanner. Didn't mean to. Maybe if you would have taken the garbage out last night, that wouldn't have happened.
Yesterday I had such a terrible thought. I was opening a box that we got in the mail and Tina, our cat, had jumped up on the table because anything new that enters the house has to go by her first, you know.
A little sniff inspection.
And yeah, she was, and her little head was so close to where I was, and I had that thought like, how terrible would that be to accidentally
If you
yes
swiped and hit
and
her.
then you're like sitting there at the vet like, I promise it was an accident.
I didn't stab my cat on purpose.
Oh my gosh, terrible. So I don't know, as soon as I think something like that, I don't risk it anymore. I'm like,
Yeah.
put her down.
Gotta make sure she's
No
wide
box
and
is that
clear.
important. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's been so good lately. I'm so happy with her.
It's kind of makes me feel like I'm one of the hedge people that I watch on Instagram. Hedge lovers? Is anybody on hedge lovers? No, it's just me.
That's you.
Hedge
You're
lovers on Instagram.
You're the one giving all the views.
If you love hedges, no, it's got hedging is a real thing, man. They've got a lot of followers.
And if you want to order pruners in bulk like we do, they're linked in the store.
These ones
Yes.
are? Nice, yeah.
We've used these for years since we opened the store.
We are very prone to wearing them out and losing them. So we
There's
just buy
always
them in
one
bulk.
in each vehicle. There's probably even a pair up in the golf cart right now.
This is what they do at the end of at the trimming. They give it a little, and you get to see the final.
Hey, that looks way better.
It doesn't look better even just green?
Yeah. You know
Yeah.
what? Why don't we one by one bring them inside, and then we've got concrete floors. We could do it in there if it's dark, because it gets dark so early now, you know.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
But this was a great job. That was actually kind of satisfying.
It is satisfying. And we just got to talk to each other for a long
best part.
time, and it's going to go down in history forever.
Great.
Until YouTube is canceled. Probably never will be. I don't know.
Who knows?
But yeah, what an enjoyable, nice fall day.
These were our plant duties for today, y'all.
I don't know if it's my old age now that I'm 34.
Don't take that out of there.
I won't. I already took the clip out of there. I hate those clips.
Yeah. Now that you're 34, what?
I'm just appreciating these times a little bit better. Like I remember my dad being outside in his garden.
He was just trying to stay away from your mom.
Maybe. Or probably us. Probably more likely the kids. And I would be like, there is Saturday afternoon football. Do you not see number 1 playing number 3 right now in the nation? And you're out there fiddling and you're watering your
And now you
corn.
get it?
And come on, grow up. But now I get it. Now that kind of stuff doesn't interest me as much, and just kind of.
I mean, we keep up.
Yeah.
But we're not planning our day around
But this is a lot of fun.
kickoff. Yeah. It's fun to have such a quiet and serene space to be able to do these projects in.
Yeah.
I'm very grateful for how quiet it is out here. And I was just thinking about how weird it's going to be. Like in January, we go to Florida for TPIE.
Yeah.
And we always rent an Airbnb. Last Airbnb we rented in Florida, do you remember that? Backed up to a daycare.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
loud all
That
day.
was really
There were
loud.
car noises. Like, I don't know, now that we're these people,
I'm going to sweep up
I'm
right
going to
here.
have a hard time maybe.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. We're so spoiled here.
Like-
the quietness.
Like when I moved to Central America, I spent 2 years in Guatemala City with my grandparents. It took a good 2 weeks to be able to sleep at night because we lived in like the commercial zone of the city and it was loud 24/7.
We're
And it
going to
was
be like
hard.
we're going to be like those old crotchety people who
Quiet over there.
keep it down. It's like 7:30.
Hey,
Keep it down
I'm
out
fine
there.
with that.
Yeah. Man. I guess we don't need to travel.
Well, I mean, that's why we didn't go to the Oregon coast for your birthday because we love it here so much and we just moved in and we had to spend a lot of extra money on furniture, mattresses,
Get everything settled into a house.
plants,
Yeah.
mums,
Oh, yeah. Mums, yeah. Trying to make
pumpkins.
just so we could have something to deadhead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, I think that's going to do it for us over here. Why don't you come into the picture with me?
Oh, was I
here?
not in it?
No, yeah, you are.
Oh.
But
This camera is so weird. It looks like a stethoscope. So, and
It
I can't
does.
tell what it's looking
yeah,
at.
I'll take a picture for you guys so you can see it on the story. This is what we're looking at right here. It's kind of underwhelming, actually.
It's very underwhelming, but the camera does a great job, and
Yeah.
it's so easy just to carry
You'd
around.
think with
this little
how
stick.
great quality the picture is that it would be
Something massive.
big old something whatever. And
Rig.
it's like this tiny little
I
thing.
know.
But anyway, you guys, this was
was fun.
November 14th, our 11th. I think it's day
Yes,
11. So we're
yes.
coming up on that 2-week thing.
It's going well. It's fun.
It's going well. It's been a lot of fun. So we'll see if we continue on. Let us know if you're interested in that and if you have any questions for us to answer. And we'll get to them tomorrow or the next day.
We'll see ya.
Bye, everybody.